This is Ryan Elliott, Boxing Social, in association with Betfred. We're at the Intercontinental Hotel in London today. Looking forward to a big night heavyweight boxing on July 13th. Fighting on our bill, Joyce. How you doing, mate?
I'm good. Enjoyed our little boat ride here on the speedboat, on the ex-James Bond set speedboat. And I'm here now and ready for the press conference.
Let's talk about it, mate. You got yourself a fight July 13th. I know it's been a bit of a nightmare finding someone of an adequate level to get in the ring with you. Brian Jennings.
Yeah.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Talk to me about the fight.
Yeah, it's a really good fight, and it's going to be exciting, and it's he's at really good level, so it's going to be a tough test, and I'm preparing diligently in the gym.
Do you believe he's the best opponent you've been in the ring with as a professional to date?
I think so. Yeah. It's definitely up there. With losses to the likes of Klitschko and stuff like that. So he's got a good record, and he's a tricky opponent.
I know we're still about 6 weeks out, I believe. It'll be early days for you in terms of training and preparation. But have you watched much of him? What is it you believe he brings to the table that you'll have to be wary of and you maybe haven't dealt with before?
He's got a mad long reach for his height, for his stature, and what is he, 6'3", and it can be quite. He's going to be quite awkward. He can fight on the inside too. I'm going to have to really study what he can bring to the table, and what I'm going to do to beat him.
The intent's been there since you turned over. You've wanted to be fast-tracked. You wanted to get the top as quick as you can. This is another good step against a very credible opponent. In your mind, have you come through this? How far are you away from that top level, fighting for the world titles and having those really big fights?
Not far away. I'm just like, should I get the win on, Saturday, July 13th, then, I'm gonna. I keep on saying, but I want to get them. I'm just edging closer, getting them bigger and bigger fights, and with what happened on the weekend, there's going to be some belts shaking free. So, I'm going to go and try and capture some of them.
We'll come on to what happened at the weekend, but for now, also on the bill July 13th, Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman. Names you've been linked with in the past, names we still could see in the future.
Yeah.
What do you make of that fight? Where would your last pound be?
It's a great fight. It's quite early on in their careers, so it's going to be a big card, heavy hitters, as it's called. It's going to be fireworks. But what are you saying? Asking how I think it's going to go? It's a 50-50 fight, so whoever's the best man on the night will win and take all the glory going forward.
Let's come on to the weekend. I'm guessing you tuned in to what we saw on Saturday night.
Yeah, I was ringside. No, joke. I was in front of my computer watching it, but I was shocked, man. I was. A lot of respect going out to Andy Ruiz. It's amazing for Mexican boxing and Mexican history being the first heavyweight from Mexico. Just snatched up all them 4 belts. I'm not sure what was going on with Joshua. There's some talk about stuff that happened in sparring or something like that, where he didn't really look right. As he's going in, he was chewing in his gum shield and acting a bit weird, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what was behind all that. But the rematch is gonna. They got a rematch, so we'll see if you can. You see how the fight goes the next time round.
Well, there's been a lot of focus, as you mentioned, on Anthony Joshua not looking right. Perhaps stories from sparring, etc. Talk of panic attacks. Eddie Hearn and Anthony both came out in the last couple of days and sort of said, look, there was nothing wrong. It was just a bad night. With that said, how much credit do you have to give Andy Ruiz for the way he recovered from being knocked down and approached the fight from there?
Oh, massive amount of credit to Andy Ruiz. He was, he was calm under fire. He was blocking shots. He was slipping, and he was coming back with, 3, 4, 5 punches. And I guess he was because he's quite small stature. He's quite awkward. Maybe quite not. So it must have been. Must have been quite awkward for Joshua. but yeah.
With the rematch, as you mentioned, it's been confirmed we'll be seeing that November, December. We don't have a venue yet, but it will be happening. Do you believe Anthony's got the mindset to get back on top and get back to winning ways? And what does he have to do to turn things around this time?
I don't know. Well, I guess he's going to have to do some like soul searching and see what. Maybe it's just a banana skin that he's going to get back on, and it's going to like improve his game, or I don't know, or maybe he might not fancy it and just he's made enough money and stuff like that you just leave it. But I don't know, we'll see. He'll probably be back on his feet, and he's probably going to have a bit of time out to like reflect and that, and try and not watch too many memes and stuff like that, and get back in the gym again.
Right, Joyce, I don't want to keep you for too long. We've got the press conference coming up to talk about your fight as well as the other heavyweight action. But what I will say is, final word to you, what do we see from the Juggernaut on July 13th?
We'll just see the Juggernaut like plowing through and do what I do best. Going to Juggernaut him and take him out in spectacular fashion.
Joyce, thank you very much for speaking at Boxing Social.